Before we get started, you can stream the Naqwatsveni podcast on Spotify, Anchor.fm, and YouTube. Let's get into this episode. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the Naqwatsveni Skateboarding Podcast. This is Delvin, aka Tsuhoya from Naqwatsveni Skateboarding, and welcome back to the podcast. It is episode 5, and I hope you guys are having a good Friday. It is Friday, June 3rd, and I hope you guys are going to have a good weekend. I hope you guys had a great Memorial weekend. But yeah, not sure what to talk about today, but let's get into this podcast. Man, it's been crazy how all of a sudden, like, I started this podcast back in May, and I got like 4 episodes out in May, which was pretty good, like the whole month. And to me, that's good work for me. And it's hard work. To be honest, I thought podcasting would be easy, but it's actually a lot of planning, what you're going to talk about, who your next guest is going to be. It's like you got to be strategic with it. And now I know how, like, most of these podcast people, like, they stress about things. But see, that's the thing. Like, some of them have like a big production team, and when it's just you by yourself, like, you're doing everything. You're doing the editing. You're doing the audio. You're trying to set up schedules to talk to guests. You're reaching out to people, and it's a lot of work. But also, like, all in all, it's like it's how would you say, like, it's pretty fun. It's interesting. Like I said, like, I like challenging myself to doing new things, and this is one of those challenges where I'm like, I can do this. I can do this. But then there's like parts of me like where I'm just like doubting myself, like, damn, how am I gonna do this? Like, how long is this podcast gonna be? Like, I get worried, to be honest. But then I remember, like, you're doing good, keep it up. And a lot of encouragement comes from you guys, and that keeps me going because it's pretty cool actually hearing good feedback from a lot of you guys and telling me, like, to keep it up, you're doing good, and the fact that it just all works out in the end. So I appreciate you guys a lot for tuning in and listening to the podcast. That really does mean a lot to me, and I can't thank you guys enough. And if you guys hear like skateboarding, clicking, and all that stuff, it's because I'm here at the Tempe skate park and just over here chilling and trying to release some stress from today. It's been a hectic day, and the past week I just been like not motivated to do anything, and it's the fact, like, a lot has been going on. A lot has been going on with myself, from anxiety to depression. It's like a lot. I get too overwhelmed with a lot of things that is actually going on in my head, and it's not good. I know it's not good, but we'll save that talk for another day, and we'll dive deep into that conversation. But yeah, overall the podcast is going pretty good, and so yeah, I'm just here at the skate park vibing. It's a nice night tonight, and it's actually calm. It's not too hot. It's actually just mellow with a little bit of cool breeze. Other than that, like, this is gonna be my first time skateboarding in a while. I haven't skated in a long time, and that's the thing. Like, man, I love skateboarding so much, to the fact that I can't even get back into it because I have so much stuff going on in my head. I don't know, man. I don't know what to do. Like I said, it's another topic for another day. But man, it's getting hot down here in Phoenix. It's already in the hundreds. triple digits. Plus, I work outside too in the heat because I detail cars, and man, it is hot, hot, hot. But I do stay hydrated, and that's all you can do out here is stay hydrated. Drink a lot of water, some Gatorade, some Prime, coconut water. And that's the thing about a podcast too. I like the fact that it gives you an outlet to talk and to vent because like I used to just be so enclosed and not talk to anybody, but I still am like that. But coming onto the podcast, like I can vent to you guys and just talk to you guys about basically anything and whatever you guys want to know. Like just DM me, ask me questions. That would be awesome. Oh yeah, I sold 2 boards the other day, and I was stoked on selling 2 boards the other day. The fact that I went to go ship him off is a whole different story because when I would ship out boards, it would cost me like at least $10, depending on where it's going. But man, the whole vibe of the shipping, everything went up. I was surprised at how much a skateboard to ship something that's 30 inches in length, they tack on like another $20 on top of the shipping. And for me to ship out boards, it cost me like around maybe $30 just to ship out 1 board. And that is ridiculous. And the fact that I don't want to raise my prices on my boards because it wouldn't be right in my opinion, because like I said, this isn't about money, about what I do for Naqwatsveni skateboard. It's not about the money. It's just the fact that I love it when I see people riding the boards or wearing the apparel and just repping Naqwatsveni skateboarding, and that truly means a lot to me right there. But yeah, shipping is crazy. Everything is going up. Gas is going up. Groceries are going up. Everything. They're trying to get you in every corner they can, and it's just ridiculous. And it's just, I don't know. It's just a lot on a lot of people. But other than that, we just all gotta stay positive and keep our minds in that good, healthy state. I know it's easier said than done, but I know we all can get through this. But yeah, overall, I enjoy doing this. This is pretty fun. And yeah, I like talking to guests because I get to know their stories and their background on how they came up and where they are now. And it's pretty interesting. And I'm pretty sure it's interesting for you guys to hear too. Getting to know other people's backstories on how they came up. Yeah, so I just got back from skateboarding just now. I'm all burned out, hot, sweaty, tired. Man, I gotta tell you, I'm not as good as I used to be anymore. But I still enjoy doing what I do, skateboarding. It's fun. Keeps my mind at ease and my mind sane. I love it. But it does frustrate me sometimes because I can't even land like simple tricks. And I want to start skateboarding full time again. But man, it's just like having my day job working outside in the heat. It's just, it drains you because when I get off of work, like around 5, like I'm just tired. And I don't really want to do anything. I just want to chill. But that's the thing, like, I don't want to be just wasting my evenings away and just laying around and not doing anything and not being productive. I feel like my energy is just being drained, not only from work, but from other things too, and it sucks. I need to get around people who have good energy. I call them batteries because they charge you. And I don't want to be around people who are vacuums, meaning like they suck the energy out of you. And it sucks because I'm kind of like that around people either at work or just wherever. I don't really have too much friends, to be honest. And I wish I did have friends, but at the same time, like I said, like I'm an introvert, so I don't really socialize that much with people. And it is what it is, but skateboarding helps me get through my tough days and rough days. But yeah, this podcast is going to be all over the place because I'm just talking and ranting about what comes to my mind and how I feel about certain things. And like last week, I wrote this paragraph or this post on my Facebook, and I want to see if I can read it to you guys of how I feel and how I still feel. So this is what I wrote last week, I believe, May 23rd. Before y'all read this, yes, I get that family does care and have love. Well, some family, not all, but not the one to do this. But I'm exhausted. I literally feel drained. The truth is, I feel broken inside because I help way too many people. I'm tired. I just need a long break from life. A heart that always understands always gets tired. And all of a sudden, I feel really tired. Like the world had drained me for everything that I had. You really get tired in one area of your life, and then you start questioning your whole existence. Sometimes you don't realize you're actually drowning when you're trying to be everyone else's anchor. I don't think people understand how stressful it is to explain what's going on in my head when you don't even understand it for yourself. The saddest thing is when you are feeling really down, you look around and realize that there is no shoulder for you to lean on. I'm not even upset, hurt, or angry anymore. I'm just tired. I'm tired of putting in more effort than I receive. I'm smiled out, talked out, quipped out, socialized so far from any being. I need the weight of moral silence to get realized back into myself. So I still feel like that to this day. I mean, shit. There's a lot of factors that go into that because when I wrote that, I do feel like I helped a lot of people, which is good because I'm a giving person. I like to help people, and I don't really want anything in return. But sometimes, like, you just get overwhelmed at everything that you do, and it feels like it just comes unnoticed, and you get you get taken advantage of, which sucks. And the fact that I'm just trying to get out of this slump, but damn, it's freaking hard for me right now. So much emotions just run through my head. I just get overwhelmed and I overthink. And it's just a lot to take in. All I want to do is just continue going forward and keep striving and doing good things for people and just trying to be there and help other people. But see, that's the thing, like I'm really like a softie when it comes to helping people because it's hard for me to say no. And I know I'm stronger than my anxious thoughts. But other than that, I just need to get my mind right and reset and just be the person I used to be. Happy, jolly, didn't really give a fuck about people's opinions or what they thought of me. Like, I want that person back again. but I'll get there. It's all mindset. It's gonna be hard to get back, but I will get there. But enough about that. But I'm trying to recap what I did over the weekend because I had a 3-day weekend, which was pretty good. I did have some good relaxing time. It was a good 3-day weekend for me. Let's see. I went to go watch Top Gun Maverick. That was a pretty badass movie. 2 hours. Went to the, what was that? Tempe Marketplace. They have those lounge chairs there, and man, those are so comfortable. But yeah, that movie is pretty cool. If you guys get a chance, go watch it. But make sure you watch the first one first, because then you'll know the backstory of the second movie, Top Gun Maverick. And there's a thing, I write down notes in my phone. There's like a notepad in my phone, and like I'd be writing down things that come to my mind. And here's something that came to my mind just the other day. Like I was just thinking, I was working, and all of a sudden this popped into my head. Like I can't be around people who think your growth is competition. If we can't be happy for one another, we have nothing in common. That's something I hate. It's like I feel like a lot of people are in competition with everybody. I mean, yeah, sports, I get that, but this has nothing to do with sports. I'm more of talking like people who are actually trying to better themselves, whether they're having a brand or a company, a business, or something like that. Like there's always somebody that's tried to compete with you and making sure that they're better or whatnot, and I hate that shit. That annoys me so much, and it's just, I don't get why people are like that. But again, I appreciate you guys all for tuning in and listening to my rant for this episode. um, Venting. I wouldn't call it a rant, but I would just call it venting, because if you guys knew the things that I've been dealing with and going through, like, you guys would understand. But I do want to leave you guys with something positive. There is so much more to life than finding someone who will want you, or being sad over someone who doesn't. There's a lot of wonderful time to be spent discovering yourself without hoping someone will fall in love with you along the way. And it doesn't need to be painful or empty. You need to fill yourself up with love, not anyone else. Become a whole being on your own. Go on adventures. Sit in a coffee shop on your own. Dress up for yourself. Give to others. Smile a lot. Be humble. Live for yourself and be happy on your own. It isn't any less beautiful, I promise. The goal is to motivate each other, not to turn into envious competition. And with that being said, that's something that I need to do, is remind myself and focus on myself once again and get my mind right. And if you can relate to that, then all you got to do is focus on yourself. Because at the end of the day, like, you're your own person. Nobody can control you. So, with that being said, again, kwa for listening to the podcast, episode 5. Oh my gosh. But in the meantime, like, I'm still going to be reaching out to people who want to hop on the podcast and just talk and do all that good stuff, you know? So with that being said, you guys all have a good weekend, and I'll see you guys back on the next podcast next weekend. Kwa. Peace. Like and subscribe on YouTube, and make sure you follow us on Spotify. Make sure you hit that follow button and that bell. Until next time,
We out. Look up for listening to this episode.